Alright, so welcome to my 1000 Days World Tour. This was kind of impromptu. It was just because I wanted to do it and I had the time. But, I do want to just say a few things. First off, top link in the description is a world download. You can download this world, uh, look around, blow up my entire base, whatever you wish. You can do it. Also, this is not on the real world. Everything that happens in this video is on a copy of the world, so I can do shit like this, and it doesn't matter. So yeah. Yeah, not a real world. Let's just get right on with the tour, shall we? So before I show you around, the world, actually, I'm just gonna show you around me. So I have my armor. This is, as good as you can get, minus thorns. So those Prot 4, Unbreaking 3, Depth Strider 3, Soul Speed 3, Feather Falling 4, and Mending on the boots. Mending, Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Swift Sneak on the leggings. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending on the chestplate. Mending and Unbreaking 3 on the Elytra. Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Aqua Affinity, Mending, and Respiration 3 on the helmet. And then my tools, my sword, Looting 3, Sharpness 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending, Sweeping Edge 3, Knockback 1, and Fire Aspect. I prefer to use Knockback 1 just because, like, if I see a creeper, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to hit a creeper once and then hit it again instead of, like, Knockback, where it's like you hit it once and then by the time you've hit it again, it's already exploding in your face and killing you and you're dead and popping totems and shit. So that's my sword. I have about 10 more pickaxes like this that are just Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Silk Touch, Mending, as well as, or I think around 5 or 6 that are but with Fortune, and probably another 5 that don't have Fortune or Silk Touch. Shovel, pretty basic. I have a bunch of these. Bows, I always put Power 5, Unbreaking 3, and Infinity on my bow. Never anything else. So you can see some of my tools in here. I have all my picks and shovels, and then I have this. The Soul Sword, Smite 5, Knockback 2, Unbreaking 3, Sweeping Edge 3, Looting 3, and Mending. That's for killing Wither Skeletons primarily. Axe, I don't use axes for combat, so I don't have Sharpness or Smite or anything. So yeah, that's just a basic axe. Golden Helmet, which I wear if I'm doing a lot of business in the Nether for whatever reason. And then I have a bunch of hoes. This one doesn't have efficiency because I got them for breaking Skulk, which insta-mines with any netherite hoe. Yeah, that's pretty much the person tour. I do have my totems. The one I just popped was named. The one I just popped for this was named after Gray, my moderator, moderator and friend. I hope. So let's just start with what's right in front of me. The creeper farm. So this creeper farm is 8 layers. It's a what the hell? This has been closed. This is closed in the real world download. I should probably open that. Yeah. This farm is pretty old, but it's very similar to Chapman's, although I don't think that's the tutorial I used. But yeah, it's also been modified. It normally would lead out into a little processing chamber where the creepers die, but instead it leads into this nether portal, which leads into the nether. And in the nether, there's a cat. There's a kitty. Which scares the creepers into here, and the trapdoors, they fall into here, and then they die, and I can collect their loot. Please? Okay. Imagine if I was in the real world. I guess now that we're here, we can show my nether tunnels. They're pretty basic. There's not much to show in the nether other than something over there. I'm not gonna show the whole thing over there, though. So this is actually my home portal. I had to make it just far enough away that it wouldn't link with the creeper farm one. So yeah, that spits me out over here. And then that's my base. And let's tour that. So this is my base. It's still fairly empty. It just has an enchanting setup, some chests, furnaces as well as brewing stands, and then this wall, which will be for future bows. So when a bow gets retired, I'll put it up here. Some just basic little workstations and then a trash can. And here I have an absurd amount of anvils, grindstone, and one anvil up there. I do have this little tunnel here. I'm gonna dig a basement here, and that's gonna be a proper storage system. Probably 2,000, possibly even 3,000 days, that'll be a thing. So I have this tunnel, and hold on. Oh, my FOV is high. I thought something felt weird. So in here, I have the basement. Now, this has my dragon egg, and that's pretty much the only thing it does have. There's some valuables in here. So this is still very much like it's not been stripped of all of its belongings yet, which I do plan to get 100% of everything moved into the new base by day 2000. Which seems like a pretty lax deadline, but it's harder to reach than you'd think. But yeah, I did seal off the top here. There's nothing here anymore. And as soon as I'm done with moving this all, then I'll probably also seal off the basement. I'll seal off this whole direction, and then just have the downstairs, or just have the basement storage. Then my chest, there's not much. Most of these are empty. Let's continue on. So these are my my cells. I don't know. So I have a skeleton horse, and sometime in 2,000 days, I want to capture a charged creeper, which will be hard. And I might die or pop a totem. I don't know. Oh, by the way, for that, the gunpowder farm, I have my little AFK platform up here. I also want to test something real quick. If I jump off of here, will I pop a totem? No. Huh. So yeah, I have my sheep here. These are most of the floor for my monument build, at least the actual inside of the monument. And then I have my sextuple beacon, and then I have my iron farm. So this is a farm designed by Waddles. It's pretty good, although I have had some issues with it just randomly deciding to stop spawning iron golems. Although those problems are usually fixed by breaking and replacing all of the villagers' beds. Die. Yeah, you just go in. You don't kill them, but you break and replace all of their beds. And then, that's that farm. That's about it for my spawn area. There's not much here, surprisingly. You'd think I would have done more with my spawn, but no. I do have, this is where I fished for 8 days, even though I had a better spot of lily pads already over here. But I didn't need to place those lily pads. Let's just, sure. These are my nether tunnel systems. They're pretty boring, but I will just, they're all just this for as far as it goes until it reaches the nether portal. So first I'm going to go here. This is definitely the biggest project of this world. So these are all nether tunnels. If you don't know why nether tunnels work, boats go really fast on blue ice, and the buttons are there to prevent mobs from spawning, same with the slabs. And then you ride that in through the nether, because each block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. Little known fact. No, but that's a pretty common knowledge. At least within, like, nerdy people like me. So, over here, let's show all of the boring stuff first. I have my wheat farm. This is, pretty bad. It works, but it's definitely not ideal, and if I really did want to mass produce wheat, I would make a better wheat farm. And I made that wheat farm around a 350 for my cow farm, which is over here. It was originally all red mushrooms, and I do like that the perimeter of like the fence area kind of looks like a giant cock and balls. But yeah, these were all originally red mushrooms, and now I don't really use this because I mostly eat golden carrots, which are retextured to Enderman flesh. Yeah, I got a bunch of brown mushrooms in here. So I saw one, and then I just kept breeding them up until they were all brown mushrooms, and I killed all the red ones. So then, right next to that, we have the wool farm. Now, this is a terrible wool farm. Not because it's like a bad design, it's a pretty basic design. But just because there's not enough. If I wanted to genuinely have, like, good wool rates, I would have to probably, like, quintuple this farm. It's just not big enough. Not to mention, I thought it would be in distance while I was over here working on the monument, but no, it was not. So I was hoping it would be able to produce enough wool for my monument floor, enough black wool. Did not. Yeah, that's about it. I have some just chest monsters here. They're filled with whatever. A lot of sand. Oh, so much sand. I have, oh yeah, I have the mines. So, this, originally there was a beacon here, although I don't really use these mines that much. Well, I don't use them at all now, because I'm pretty done with this area at the moment. There's some stuff later. And these are the deep slate mines. These got more use when I was just, working on the stuff inside the monument. And, how about we take a look at that, shall we? So, the outside of the monument is mostly just these azalea trees and the snowy top. This took like 20 days just to put all of the snow in, which is kind of disappointing. But I got it done, and now I think it looks cool. It is a little bit flat, and I kind of wish I had gone a little bit more. I kind of wish I had put a little bit more snow in, and I kind of wish I had actually faded it out better instead of just randomly placing bits around the edge. And there's just these moss trees. These are just naturally spawned. They're just grown with saplings. There's no special thing. I just bone mealed the moss, waited for an azalea bush to pop up, and then I would bone meal that. So I have this little hut here. It's made of mostly cobblestone. It's cobblestone, stone brick, wood. And this is a parallel to what is down here, so why don't we have a look? So down here, we have the monument build, and you can see the subtitle. There's a warden captured in there. So why don't we just look around outside? So I built all of these. These are an exact parallel to the one on the surface, except deep slate, and instead of being more stone, this is, or instead of being a different material, this is just more deep slate. But, so my canon lore for this area is that the warden has prisoners, and they would inhabit these as their cells. And this was originally sort of a graveyard, which is what all these little monument things are for. Like you can see, that's just a well, but like all these little monuments, that's what they're for. And then the giant monument is where the warden used to do business and then, or used to do business and live. And these are all the monuments of previous wardens. Unfortunately, it does not match my warden kill count for the amount of monuments, just because I don't think I could fit that many monuments in, because I've killed the warden 49 times, as of right now. So, yeah, all these little monuments, and then on the inside, how about I just show you the warden? It's over there. So I can just, hold on, let me just let it loose here. Yeah, come chase me, buddy. Ah, this is actually kind of scary. Okay. I'm done. Yeah, that's the inside of the monument. It's kind of disappointing. Just because there's not that much in it. Oh! Ow. But, yeah, that's pretty much all for the inside of the monument. Ooh, I did forget about this. there's this. I kind of want to dig this more in 1,000 or in 2,000 days. So this is gonna be a whole, both for just when I need to gather materials, as well as I think it's 11,000 furnace auto smelter that I want to build, which is going to be absolutely insane. So that's 50 furnaces on each side, or 100 furnaces on each side, and then I think 3 blocks per each row of furnaces. So, or like 3, you need 3 rows per each row of furnaces. So it's not full capacity, but yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, I want to build that up later. This whole Mushroom Island, I eventually want to flatten out. I think that's just way too big of a project for me to take on. So my plan for the structure is to do, or for the structure of the videos is to do 1,000, 2,000, or is 1, 2, 300, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. If I get that far, which who knows. But that's the plan. You still here, buddy? Hello. I've missed you. Alright. But that's about it for this whole area. I did have my first totem pop in this area. It was right around here. I was building the skulk, and a creeper just dropped right on my head. There's nothing I could have done about it, really. I did have my hostile mob sounds off, which is definitely on me, but yeah. So that was my first close call. I had other sort of close calls, but at that point it was like either like less than 5 hours in the world, and I could just restart and get back to the same point in a day, or it just wasn't that close. So we're gonna head back through here. So over here, this is the end portal. Now, there isn't much in the end now, but there is going to be so much in the end in 2,000 days. Unless I die, in which case I'll probably end up dying in the end, being real. So in the end, I also had my second close call. My second totem popped. So it was when I was fighting the dragon all 20 times to open all 20 of these end gateways. And when I was fighting it, up until like I think the 5th or 6th fight, I was going under the dragon, so in here. So like in here, but I would go to the end right now. So like I would go down there with my chest plate on and my carved pumpkin on, and I would just slash at the dragon. I was facing in the same direction as it, jumping up to hit its head. Which, it might be better if I was hitting at its tail, but still really dumb and my fault. But one time I went to do that, and I was like, jump. I was in there, but jump, 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 and then it starts hitting me. So it's like, bam, 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 and then it's like it just keeps doing that. I'll just play the clip now. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? I couldn't move. So it keeps doing that, and I'm genuinely surprised I didn't die there. Just because, like, I'm, like, I think if I had my elytra on, I totally would have died. Like, no doubt. The only thing that saved me there was divine intervention. But no, it keeps hitting me, pops my totem, and then so like, I'm here, it keeps pushing me, I'm on like 3 hearts, and I've gotten there, it hits me again, pops my totem, and then I get out. and I don't even know, like, what saved me. So, aside from that, I have this, my, Enderman farm. So, it's definitely not ideal. If I wanted it to be 100% ideal, I would have something damaging them, and then I would put it way lower. Like, I would have, like, dripstone, so that I get damage when they land. So over here, this is where I did just a lot of enchanting for my tools and stuff. I have my Enderman sword, which is, I think, identical to this, but it's diamond, and it doesn't have sharpness 5, and it doesn't have looting, which just makes the ender pearls a lot easier to manage. This farm design, it's not really anyone's, although this is a farm that dozens of people have made. There aren't trapdoors here? I'm just discovering so many things about how terrible my world is while doing this. Wow. But, yeah, this is my broke-ass Enderman farm. So it's just powered by an Endermite, which is now, gone. Okay. He just hit me off the edge. But, yeah, so all the Endermen fall into there, and then I just kill them. I have a dispenser. I can fly down here without dying. I have just a dispenser endlessly ticking ender pearls into the void. And that's about it. This was originally made on, like, a path where I just dropped it down to here and then hovered over the void. But then I replaced it with leaves, and eventually I want to just get rid of this whole Enderman farm and replace it with a better one, probably on that side of the island. Because I intentionally made this one on the opposite side that I spawn into the island on, just because I didn't want to have to... I knew that one day I'm going to make a better Enderman farm that's going to be going out this direction, and I want that to be easier, and I won't have to immediately destroy my Enderman farm, or my other Enderman farm. So that's pretty much all there is in the end. I haven't done, like, how did we get here or anything, which would add a bit more of a story to the end. But now we're just back here. How about we explore over here? It's a little bit more boring, but it's definitely got it. This is definitely the most storied area of the world. So this tunnel almost killed me on several occasions. Even though none of them really made it into the video, because I dug this tunnel before I got a totem. I didn't add the ice and slabs and stuff until way later. But, like, the first thing I did after I finished this was just dig, like, after I dug the nether tunnels, I went straight to doing a raid and getting totems. So, like, I dug that tunnel around day 120 or 30, and by day 150, I had totems. So this is my village. I had to have discovered this sometime around day 50 or 60, and I still use it, for, like, golden carrots, which these farmers sell. I mostly traded with the Fletchers and stuff. I believe I did get my first couple No, I remember, because I had a really terrible joke in 1,000 Days about diamonds. By joke, I literally just mean there's a diamond, and then that was the joke. And it wasn't funny at all. But, like, hold on, let me fight this fucker. Get over here, bitch. Didn't stand a chance. But yeah, so early on, I mostly used this farm. Well, I did kind of use it for golden carrots before I had a proper cow farm. Also, once I got my iron farm, I started trading with these guys for iron, which is how I get most of my emeralds now. But this farm gradually got, or this whole area just gradually got less and less use the more I played, just because I had less reasons to go there. But now I have more of a reason to go there, and that I kind of have to regularly for food. But yeah, this was literally just some random town before I colonized it and took all of their resources. There used to be a bridge just through the overworld, completely unguarded, incredibly easy to fall off. It went around here and then through here and then to my spawn on the island. And then I cut that down because it was dangerous and I had my nether tunnel, which was just better. I didn't end up really going to the nether and doing any exploring until I think day like 92 or something. So that was early game. I think I started working on it around day 40, the bridge, and then ended it around, I think, day 55. There are some monuments around there. I think they're just too close to land, and that's why I didn't want to do my monument project there, even though it definitely would have been more convenient to just be able to fly a couple hundred blocks instead of having to go through the nether and everything. But that's about it for this area. Now, I want to just, I want to show a few notable areas. So that's actually going to be about it for the tour. I know I haven't actually done that much in 1,000 days. But it's just that most of my energy has gone into the monument build, and I could actually explain some of the lore around this world. So currently my plan is that there was a human species that sent their prisoners and executed criminals to the warden, and they became prisoners of him. So after the human society explored what the warden was doing and saw what was happening, they pulled all of their prisoners out, and they pulled all of their prisoners out, and then they specifically led by one researcher, which is me, we captured the warden, and forced him to live inside his own monument and live like the prisoners he imprisoned. But we forced him to live imprisoned in his own home. So then, he was there for a long-ass time. And my character, their whole story is that they're an escaped convict that was wrongly persecuted on the grounds of attempted murder. I actually have no, that's not relevant at all, so I just made that up. But I want to have a whole project with the human species. But that is really about it. There is some lore with the End Island, but I kind of want to reveal that in my 2,000 days tour that I'm doing. Alright, yeah, but now that is actually it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!